up? What up? You're watching Red Room Sports, home of Aliland Boxing Talk, the Louisville Cardinals Daily, and the Ghetto Angler Fishing only on the weekends. And today we're talking will McGregor fight hurt Pacquiao's legacy?
Physically fatigued, both.
Plus, Davis breaks Garcia's glass jaw. Alright, y'all, so welcome to Red Room Sports, man. Home of Aliland Boxing Talk. The Louisville Cardinals.
We run this state, dog!
They have a bye this week due to the pandemic in the world. They had to cancel their game with Georgia Tech, so don't have any Louisville news for today. And the Ghetto Angler Fishing, I'll start next week. But let's get into this topic, man. Will the Conor McGregor fight hurt Manny Pacquiao's boxing legacy? And if you ask me, man, you know, this is a big fight for Manny Pacquiao based on one thing, and that is money. And to me, at the moment, it really doesn't make sense because they're not even going to be able to have fans in the stadium. So it's not going to make as much money as it would in a normal circumstance. Like when they first started talking about it, it would have been a really huge money-making event if they would have did it like when right after Floyd Mayweather had did his fight with McGregor. They would have waited like 6-8 months and then did it. It would have made a lot more sense because at least they would have had the fans further. They would have had the fans. He would have been able to fill up a Texas stadium with that matchup. But now, because of everything going on in the world, I don't know if it even happens at this point. You know, will it actually happen in 2021? I'm not even sure, simply because there will be more than likely there won't be any fans, depending on where they do it at. Now, they could take it out of the U.S., maybe to a country that's more open at the moment, and have fans there. But how many fans would it actually draw in a foreign country other than maybe the Philippines, or if they took it maybe to the UK? But I think the UK is locked down at this point. I think the Philippines might be locked down. So I'm not sure where this fight happens. So I'm not even sure if it happens to hurt his legacy at this point. I'm not sure. But if it did happen, personally, I don't like it simply because it takes away from Pacquiao actually putting his time and effort into fighting an actual credible boxer, someone who's ranked, someone who has a title, someone who could make his legacy even bigger than what it already is. The only thing this adds to Pacquiao's legacy is that he would have made millions of dollars off of this fight for really an exhibition. It might be it might actually go on his record as a fight on his pro record, but it's really an exhibition just for millions of dollars. There's an article from Pundit Arena, and it states, Kelly Taylor believes Conor McGregor would struggle in a boxing ring against Pacquiao. The notorious Conor McGregor is set to return to the UFC action next month in a rematch with Dustin Poirier, but the 32-year-old MMA star manager Adele Otter recently claimed that McGregor and Pacquiao would meet in late 2021. Now, I've spoken about this before, that it wouldn't happen in the beginning. To me, based off the fact that Manny Pacquiao has a mandatory. But it goes on to say the former UFC featherweight and lightweight champion has already faced off against boxing great Floyd Mayweather and lost, and Taylor believes that the fight against Pacquiao could likely have a similar outcome. And this is why I don't like it. I mean, what's even the point other than for some money, basically? It's only for the money. Conor McGregor is not a boxer. He's not a professional boxer. It doesn't even make sense to me, for an MMA guy to even want to cross over, unless you started out as a boxer, you went to MMA, had success, and now you're coming back to be a boxer again. In that circumstance, it would make sense. But since he is a guy who started out doing mixed martial arts, and now he's wanting to cross over into boxing, but still is active in mixed martial arts, there's nothing in my mind that says he can win against a professional boxer unless he starts out at the lower, starts out with lower competition and works his way up. These guys shouldn't just be able to come over here and jump straight into a Mayweather fight or a Pacquiao fight when there are credible fighters out there for Pacquiao and Mayweather to be facing off with. And I'm just going to leave it there, man. Will it hurt his legacy? It depends. If it happens in later and Pacquiao takes his mandatory or fights Mikey or Jamal James, then I say it won't hurt as much because he would have had a tune-up. Plus, he would have had something like a tune-up with McGregor, even though McGregor doesn't do anything that Spence or Crawford does in a boxing ring. It would still just be a workout for Pacquiao. Hopefully in some type of tune-up fashion for Spence or Crawford. So let's leave it there. Let's move on to Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis breaks Ryan Garcia's glass jaw. Why do I say that? Okay, man. So we all saw Ryan Garcia just beat, God, what is his name? I can't even remember his name, but he just won, basically. Luke Campbell. I don't know why I couldn't remember his name. He just beat Luke Campbell. He won, and he didn't do it. He did it in dramatic fashion, but he got knocked down first. So to me, it's not a sign of weakness, but there's an opening for Gervonta Davis, who is a power puncher, to possibly put Ryan Garcia to sleep. And Luke Campbell couldn't finish the job, but I think a guy like Gervonta Davis would super sock Ryan Garcia out of the ring, and I think Ryan Garcia it would really take a toll on his boxing career, because I think if he loses, it will hurt his psyche. He seems like one of those guys who, if he takes a loss like a Mayweather, it would almost be something that would send him into a depression or something. I think he might get depressed if he lost. So, and the funny thing to me about Ryan Garcia is I don't hear him calling out Teofimo Lopez, and that's the guy to beat at 130 pounds. Is Teofimo. Gervonta Davis is the next guy, I just don't feel like Ryan Garcia wants any type of smoke with Teofimo Lopez. For lack of a better word, I don't think Ryan Garcia wants anything to do with Teofimo Lopez. And I think if they fought, then you would really see, because Teofimo Lopez has power and a little bit of speed to go along with that power. He has really good power. He's going to move up and do well. I would like to see Lopez take on Vasyl Lomachenko again. I think Lomachenko deserves a rematch. But if he fought Ryan Garcia, you would really see Ryan Garcia struggle. I think Gervonta Davis actually knocks Ryan Garcia out, but I think Teofimo Lopez beats Ryan Garcia up. I think it would be a massacre. I think you're putting a pretty boy up against an animal, basically. And Teofimo Lopez being an animal, I think you're kind of feeding the poodle to the pit bull in a way, and I think that's why he would rather go up. I think he thinks his speed can counter Gervonta Davis's power, and so he would rather play Russian roulette with Gervonta Davis rather than play an explosive game with Teofimo Lopez, for lack of a better word. So, at the end of the day, I see both of them beating him, so I don't understand why he's even seeking out Gervonta Davis or Manny Pacquiao, because I think all three of those guys beat Ryan Garcia, if you ask me. You know, he's very skilled for a young and up-and-coming fighter, but for him to be seeking out the best and the baddest and then get knocked down in your last fight where you would have got finished by either one of those three names I just named, they would have finished you, you know. So I don't understand why he's even calling these people out. Let me know what y'all think down in the comment section, man. Let me know what y'all think about the new setup. Red Room Sports, man. Please subscribe, tell a friend, tell everybody you know, so we can get this thing popping, man. We can grow as a community and hopefully do some big things. If you want to be involved with the Red Room Sports, Highly Land Boxing Talk, the Ghetto Angler Fishing, or the Louisville Cardinals Daily, hit me up in the comment section, man. Let me know what you got to offer and we can collab, man. It's your boy, Cardinalred. Believe in yourself, and we are out of here.
You an American, right? You an American, right? Where was Manny Pacquiao?